This came in on the text line. Pete, you have always made me angry about President Trump having fault for what happened on January 6th. He never insinuated anyone should storm the Capitol. Also, very few people were violent. Come on, admit you were completely wrong about this topic on the air, and please do it soon. I will not admit I was wrong because I don't believe I was wrong. Trust me, I will tell you when I'm wrong. I don't believe I'm wrong on this. First off, when I see the line, very few people were violent, that sounds like the left. It was a mostly peaceful protest. Don't sound like the left. All right? Don't use the mostly peaceful protest lines of the left. Yeah, Trump screwed up that day. You know, he was late to kind of saying anything about it when it was unfolding. He's not a perfect human being. Nobody is, right? There's been one of those in the history of mankind. It's okay. He had a bad day. He made mistakes. I voted for him 3 times. Get over it. And yeah, he never said anyone should do what people did who broke the law. He never said that. I never said he did.
Right.
Doesn't mean he couldn't have had a better day. All these things can be true. Stop making this so black and white. And stop sounding like the left. Wes and Gladstone, go ahead.
Yeah, Pete. So having been there on the ground on January 6th, I've always contended that, and I guess I'll use this phrase, everybody I ran into was very nice, very peaceful, okay? Now, if you went into the Capitol, you were stupid because you knew Biden was going to be president, okay? But look at Ray Epps. I just looked him up again, okay? Here's a guy telling people, we got to go in the Capitol. You got to go in the Capitol. I mean, he's like inciting a riot, and he got 100 hours. They finally had to do something to him. He got 100 hours of community service.
Yeah.
Okay, and this Kyle guy and these other people go to prison. Now, what they've got to do in the investigation is, because Ray and I think his second in command of the FBI basically admitted there were FBI assets in the crowd.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think that's if it's not fully known right now, I agree that's coming, and I believe that to be true with guys like Ray Epps.
That's the story. That having been in the crowd, not going to the Capitol because there were too many people, they were incited to go into the crowd, and I will believe that until proven otherwise.
Yeah, and I believe that too. But like anything else, if my neighbor says, "Hey, go commit a crime," come on, Pete, go do it. And if I'm stupid enough to do it, there are repercussions for that. Now, it doesn't mean you get to be thrown in prison for years on end for what are misdemeanor charges. That's a separate conversation. But I also don't really excuse people, even at minor levels, breaking the law because, well, some guy told me to. Like, I don't buy into that either.
Right. If you went into the Capitol, and unless you were there, the vibe was we were not welcomed in Washington, D.C., and you knew Biden was going to become president, and you knew the vibe that was coming out of the Democrats.
Did you?
Kyle, I feel sorry for you, man.
Did you go anywhere near the Capitol that day?
We went to the Capitol on the 5th. We got there on the 5th to check the place out, right? Get on the metro, find out where this, was all going to take place and stuff. We went there on the 5th, and I'll never forget this. My son wanted to see the President Grant statue that's on that side of the Capitol, right? They had it barricaded like crazy, right? Well, I remember these 2 guys go past the barricades and go in there and take a selfie. And my son looked at me, and I was like, no, no, we are not going through any barricade. It's obvious. I mean, Pete, there were cop cars everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. And I remember asking a cop who was sitting in his car how to get to the metro station, and he was pissed, man. You could just tell. The vibe was not good. And I feel sorry, because a lot of these people who were like Kyle, they didn't even get due process. Yeah. I mean, they're armed FBI agents come to your house to arrest you for trespassing. the whole thing spiraled out of control, man. So I can't wait to hear Kevin's show at 10 o'clock. And thank you, Mark, for getting this Kyle to come on and to tell his story, because I think it's still very important, and there's a lot to still get to the bottom of.
Mark, why don't you say you're welcome on the air to our buddy Wes?
No problem, Wes. Thanks for listening.
All right, there you go. Yeah. That'll be Kevin Keatsman, 10 o'clock here on KCMO with this guy who just got out of prison. Mark knows him here in town. Courtesy of Donald Trump's pardon, we'll hear his story at 10 a.m. on KCMO. Don't miss it. Now, this morning, some breaking news here. Secretary Kristi Noem is sharing this on social media. Secretary of the Department of Homeland Security, now under Donald Trump. She has video up. I just shared it on X at Pete Mundo of an enforcement operation in New York City. Criminal alien with kidnapping, assault, and burglary charges now in custody, thanks to ICE. They are doing these raids this morning in New York City, and Kristi Noem writes on X, dirtbags like this will continue to be removed from our streets. Woo! There you go. Imagine being against this. Imagine being against what's going on right now with these ICE raids. Well, there's somebody who has gone viral for going against it, and her name is Selena Gomez. Selena Gomez posted a video on, I believe it was Instagram, reacting to Donald Trump's ICE raids, where they're going after the worst of the worst, and they're sending them back to Mexico, Colombia, wherever it might be. Selena Gomez posted this selfie video of herself in tears.
I just want to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children. I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do. I'll try everything, I promise.
That's not AI generated. That is not a fake video. That is Selena Gomez.
She's a real beauty.
On her social media feed, with ICE arresting about 2,000 people over the last week, many of whom have committed crimes in this country beyond the obvious crime of being here illegally. They are criminals who have committed crimes against American citizens in America. And Selena Gomez is posting videos crying about it. You know, it's pretty amazing when you see the videos and the reaction from Hollywood and some of these people, and all they're doing is showing how out of touch they really are. That's all they're doing. I want to share some numbers with you. Barack Obama deported 3.2 million people. He at one point earned the nickname Deporter-in-Chief. George W. Bush deported 2 million people. Bill Clinton, 900,000 people. Trump, despite a strong enforcement on immigration during his first term in office, had about 1 million deportations. Obama 3x'd Trump on deportations. Those are facts. Did you hear Selena Gomez crying during Obama's 8 years about deportations? Trump has done 2,000 over the last week, and they're people who have largely committed crimes while in the country illegally. And Selena Gomez is shedding tears for these individuals. It's really just embarrassing. Now, she did go on to delete the video because she deleted the video and then posted a separate photo on her stories that read, it was an all black screen, and it said, apparently it's not okay to show empathy for people. Yeah, we don't show empathy for criminals, hardened criminals, Selena. Where was your empathy for Laken Riley, who got killed going out for a run at the University of Georgia by somebody who was here illegally and was known to local law enforcement? Did Selena Gomez shed a tear for Laken Riley? I might have missed it. I'm not on her Instagram refreshing my feed on a regular basis, so I admit I could have missed it, but I'm pretty confident Selena Gomez wasn't doing that. No. Regular people do not shed tears for those who commit acts of crime when they're in a country that they're legally not even supposed to be in. 913-408-7957. Tammy and Shawnee, go ahead before the break. It's all you.
Hey, I just wanted to tell you guys that let's not forget that Selena Gomez is an actress, and I nominate her for Academy Award right there. Great performance.
Very good there, Tammy. Very good. Well done.
Since you didn't get nominated for Amelia.
Yeah, that's right.
Have a good day.
Did not get nominated.
Oh, man. Well, I may watch the Oscars if she puts on a performance like that, you know? All right. Now, Tom Homan, he's the head of ICE. He responded to Selena Gomez. We'll play that audio coming up before Tirade Tuesday at 8:30 on KCMO. We'll say a prayer for Selena Gomez. All right. She's having a tough go of it, seeing all these criminals get deported. It's really difficult on her. She just can't take it. She was crying on her Instagram.
I just wanted to say that I'm so sorry. All my people are getting attacked. The children.
The children?
I don't understand. I'm so sorry. I wish I could do something, but I can't. I don't know what to do.
You know, she could actually give a lot of money to, like, the Colombian government to make their country great and prevent people from, you know, fleeing the country, fleeing the prisons, coming to America. I don't know. There's a lot of things she could do outside of cry on Instagram, but I understand that is more appealing to some of these people because it's all about virtue signaling, not actually doing anything. So Tom Homan, who is the ICE director, responded to Selena Gomez's tearful Instagram story. And this guy's great. I mean, you cannot create a better ICE director in a lab than Tom Homan. He's made for this, man.
I don't think we arrested any families. We've arrested public safety threats and national security threats, bottom line. And look, President Trump won the election on this one issue, securing our border and saving lives. What happened on our southern border last 4 years is the biggest national security threat this country's seen, at least in my lifetime, because we got over 2 million known gotaways. We got a 600% increase in sex trafficking. We got a record number of terrorists crossing the border on the terrorist watch list. We have 250,000 Americans die from fentanyl coming across the open border. We're going to do this job, and we're going to enforce the laws of this country. If they don't like it, then go to Congress and change the law. We're going to do this operational apology. We're going to make our community safer. We're going to save. Once we lock that border on continuous operation, you're going to see fentanyl deaths decrease, illegal alien crime decrease, sex trafficking decrease. It's just all for the good of this nation, and we're going to keep going. No apologies. We're moving forward.
No apologies. We're moving forward, and we're going to keep going. Oh, my gosh.
Woo!
That's what I'm talking about, Tom Homan. Okay? Because getting people out of the country who are committing crimes beyond the crime of being here illegally is something that appeals to most Americans. Obama deported 3 million people, 3 times more than Trump deported during his first term in office. Stop with this. And, you know, it's something else that should be noted here when it comes to who do people trust on this issue. Trump is skyrocketing in the numbers. Mark, let me play this. I got this clip. I just popped in there at 8:17. It's from Barack Obama during his time in office. You let me know when you got it lined up. But the GOP has turned an 11-point deficit on who Americans trust on immigration to about a 22-point lead right now. In April of 17, the American people trusted the Democratic Party by 11 points on the issue of immigration. Almost 8 years later, Republicans have a 22-point lead on which party has more trust on the issue of immigration. That's a 33-point swing. And Trump is really just doing what a Barack Obama was lobbying for. This is November 20th of 2014.
If you're a criminal, you'll be deported. If you plan to enter the U.S. illegally, your chances of getting caught and sent back just went up. The actions I'm taking are not only lawful, they're the kinds of actions taken by every single Republican president and every single Democratic president for the past half century.
That was 10 years and 4 months ago. That was really a commonly accepted belief amongst Republicans and Democrats. You tell me which party has changed. A lot of talk, Republican Party, not what it was. Yeah, there's some truth to that. Parties do change over time. There's no doubt about it. Trump has brought a populist streak to the Republican Party, some of which I like, some of which I don't always agree with. Whatever, that's cool. But this issue, it's not even controversial. Obama was the most liberal president of most of our lifetimes until Biden showed up and somebody started running a shadow government behind the scenes. And he was talking about this stuff because it's not really a liberal conservative issue. It's like, criminals who also happen to be here illegally are going back to where they came from. But don't tell that to people on the Jackson County legislature here in town. Manny Abarca sharing the following post on X from a guy named Wendell Pierce, which reads as follows. The mass deportation of illegal immigrants is a racist purge of the Latino and black communities. Stop right there. Stop right there. You know what it's a purge of? It's a purge of criminals. It's a purge of people who are breaking the law. And those are the posts that are being shared by your elected leaders in Jackson County, Missouri. And that's insane. If you're a Latino American, why would you care about an illegal immigrant who's committing crimes against American people, American small businesses, whoever it might be, because they might happen to have a similar skin tone to you? Why would you care about that person? It's so disingenuous. It is so shallow. And it's so transparently stupid what some of these people are lobbying on behalf of. But it's also entirely predictable for the virtue signaling yard sign crowd that knows nothing outside of, virtuing that signal on a regular basis. That's it. That's what they're good at. And frankly, that's mostly all they're good at.